Hi guys and girls, it's me Olivia aka Sister Gracie. Welcome back to another weekly video. I hope you've had a great week and yeah, it's so awesome to be hanging out together for 20 minutes or so. This is probably my favorite time of the week. And in today's vid we are doing a subscriber home renovation and I basically put out on my social medias that I'm wanting to renovate a home this week, and please if you're working on something and you put it up on the gallery, make sure you do a hashtag #SisterGracie_Reno, and I will look at them all and choose one to do. And this is one I chosen, and this is by Kate, and Kate is from America. She's from the USA, and she's done a really cool little build. Yeah, it's awesome. It's what was the description of the house? It's like it's called a cozy crib. So it's like this cozy cabin thing, and she built it in Brindleton Bay. And yeah, so basically I want to help her out a little bit. She wanted a bit more love added to it. I think in the description it said, could Sister Gracie please give it some love inside and outside the house, and it'll pop. So yeah, that's what I'm about to do. So I'm showing you this so you can really take in the before and after, and this is what it looks like before, and then we're going to get working on it in a moment. So yeah, just take it all in so you can compare. It's kind of hard. I can't really put the images side by side, so this is the way I'm doing it. So the bathrooms are kind of dark, and we need some lights. I think she forgot about the lights. I had that feeling she got halfway through and she was like, oh, I can't do anymore. And most of us know that feeling if we played this game before. Yeah, but I really like the floor plan. I think it's a little bit complicated when you first walk into the door, perhaps. And I know she said that to me. She and I had a little chat over Snapchat, and she was like, yeah, the floor plan, I wasn't really happy with it, all the roofing, and it needs some terrain. So that's where I step in, and I'm going to help. So have a look at this. This is, ta-da! It has terrain all of a sudden. I didn't do it that quickly. Believe me, it took ages. I've actually done this in 2 parts. I had to do it over a couple of days. So day 1, I have done a bit of the floor plan. I've done the terrain. And day 2, which is what you're seeing now, is me really working on the furnishings on the inside of the house. Yeah, sorry I don't have footage from day 1. I only have it from day 2, but I think that's okay. I think we'll manage. Yeah, and this is a little bit slower, the footage, than what I would normally do. Normally I speed it up more, but I wanted to try it a little bit slower so it's a little bit more realistic, as if you're, sitting with me and we're doing this house. It often just goes so fast, which is cool. That's a cool style, but I wanted to try something different. So we're doing it a little bit slower today. But yeah, you can really take it in and see exactly what I'm doing. As you'll probably notice, that kitchen is no longer yellow. I have actually kept the same counters, but I've changed their color, and I got rid of the yellow wall. I kind of liked the yellow, but I didn't think it was really working the best it could be. Yeah, so yeah, we've done that with the yellow. I've made that creative choice. It's gone, but she was fine with that. I ran everything by her and she was totally cool with the changes. But I have kept those yellow chairs from Seasons. I thought they were really awesome. And I was just looking at the deck right then, and that's a different color. It used to be brown. It used to be like an extension of the floor on the inside going out to the veranda, but to me, I thought, usually the veranda is a different color because it's, weather and stuff. So I changed the colors of that a little bit. And by the way, it does look bland at the moment. I understand that. It really needs color in there. But remember, we're only just getting started. So really, by the end of it is when it all comes together. And like usual, we'll do an in real time walkthrough at the end, and then we can see the final product, which is always the best bit, because yeah, you see the creation, which is pretty cool. And yeah, so right now it's not looking amazing, but it is a work in progress. And And yeah, there's so many things I like about this house. It would be really cool if you guys wanted to leave a comment, if you felt like it. If you were brave enough and not too shy, if you wanted to leave a comment saying your favorite part of the house by the end. Yeah, because it's kind of interesting to see that. And I'm sure Kate would like to see that too. I think she did some really cool stuff just from the get-go. I just think this house is really nice. I think she got a bit frustrated and just needed a little helping hand. So that's what we're doing. Yeah, if you want to go back to that original footage, you could scroll through the video and compare the first part of the video to the end, because you'll really see where I've made a lot of changes when I did changes on day one. So that floor plan has changed quite a bit, meaning I've knocked down walls and moved them around. It used to be more complicated at the front door. I changed the archways. They used to be kind of round, I guess you'd call it. I don't know how to explain it, but I made them square, and they're kind of that darker wood color because I thought it went better with the floors. And that room there, the lounge room, I had loads of trouble with because it used to be kind of circular almost, and it wasn't lining up with the roof. So if you go back to that original shot of the house, when I swing around that side of the camera, you can see that it wasn't symmetrical with the roof, like that whole room, and it kind of just drove my OCD. It kind of flared up my OCD. I don't know if I have OCD, but if I had it, it flared it up. And I ended up just having to make it square because it's hard to do round shapes on houses. I think it's harder. So we made it square, but I think it still looks fine. That little lounge room there. Yeah, and what am I doing now? Struggling away with a cheat, obviously. I can see it's just kind of going through the wall. I think a lot of us will know that struggle. So basically, I'm using the testing cheats on, and I'm using the bb.move objects cheat. I find it quite amusing that some people ask me in comments and they say, do you use the bb.move objects cheat? And do you use the alt key? And I'm like, oh, hell yes, I do those things. But sometimes I get a bit lazy, and like you'll see there with that pot plant in like the dining area, I just left it for now. But by the end of it, I fixed it all up. Yeah, sometimes it's just better to just try and get everything down and then go and tend to the detail later. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's what I do a lot of the time. So I'm guessing that's where that comment came from probably, which would make sense. I think so. And, I like this corner. We've kept the same mirror that Kate used. We've used the same, what do you call that there? What do you call that little table there? I don't know, a side table maybe? So we've kept that side table, and I've added the cards in. I've added that little plate that my sister Deli uses quite a lot, I've noticed. And I've just changed like the color of the mirror so it sort of all goes together. It all marries together. And I've said this before, but you guys know that I did interior design and decoration at TAFE, or I think it's called college in the UK. I'm not sure what the equivalent is in America. I just did a course in it. It wasn't a super long course, but it gave me a certificate in interior design and decoration. And I think that's why I like furnishing houses in The Sims probably more than building them, and almost more than gameplay, possibly, because I think it's because of that course, and I did that first, and that's always been an interest of mine. So then when I found this game, I automatically could like start drawing on what I'd learnt. It's just, yeah, I think that's what happened. So basically I was taught that you want to marry everything together, and the floors and the walls are the most important thing, because a lot of people will go and decorate or design a room, and they'll have like a color scheme, usually about 2 to 3 colors per room for a color scheme, and they'll go in and they'll have like a couple of colors in their head, and they'll create a room, but it doesn't go with the floor or the walls, so it just looks bad. So the first thing you've got to do is match everything to the floor and the walls. Can you see I'm doing that with the couches and the rugs even? It all goes with that that brown floor. And I haven't done like super white walls because that wouldn't go with the floors either. It all marries together, and that was the whole, that was a main thing they taught us in the course, trying to get us to do that. So it definitely works in The Sims as well. But it does take longer to do. It's kind of a lengthy process because you have to get everything to go together. But then when it does go together, your hard work pays off and it looks sweet. So yeah, I just can't help it. I have to do that now. It's just, I don't know. It's just me. I'm a perfectionist or OCD or something, and everything has to match. I can't help it. But anyway, that's cool. I like what it turns out looking like at the end, and I take pride in it. So that's cool. And yeah, I'm hoping you guys might want to download this house off the gallery for your game if you're interested. I always put up pretty much everything Sims related that I do on the channel onto the gallery. Just know that. So if you want to download it, you definitely can. Just look up the ID Sisligracy, and yeah, you can download all the creations and put them in the world. This is in a lot in Brindleton Bay. You'll notice with the terrain that I've chosen that it really goes with Brindleton Bay. The trees are kind of the same. I picked the same trees as the trees surrounding the house, if that makes sense. So it's kind of meant for this lot. I think that Kate had it on a slightly different Brindleton lot. Yeah, but I think it could probably work on either one. Either one would be cool. And I should say a really big thank you to you guys who did put up a house for me to potentially renovate. And you did put the hashtag on there. And there was some really nice comments saying, please give this house some love, sis. And yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I looked at all of them. I could only pick one, which sucks, but I did leave a comment for everyone on each house. And I pretty much downloaded all of them because I might do them another time in the future. So if you do like this type of video where I renovate subscriber homes, then please let me know in the comment description below. That rhymes. I'm going to try not to say that again. Just let me know. And it's kind of hard for me to read minds and work out what viewers would like to see, what content you've signed up for. So yeah, I've got to be put in the picture, I suppose. But I could do this kind of thing on a monthly basis even. If it had enough interest, that would be so much fun. I've had so much fun doing it. So yeah, just let me know. And into the master bedroom, I already know what I'm going to do here. That bed just is looking a bit too dark against that purple wall. I like the purple wall. That's a nice moody color. But we need to get that bed needs to be a different color, which it will in a second. Maybe not in a second, I lied. Later on, in a few minutes, it will change and it will look a lot better. But I'm noticing that right now, and yeah, it will look better in a moment. Yeah, what else was I going to say? I often write a list of things that I want to tell you guys in a video that I have next to me, but I didn't do that today, so I can't remember what I was going to bring up. Murphy's Law is I'll remember it as soon as this video is out into the world, and I'll be like, damn, that's what I was going to say. Oh, it's always the way, isn't it? Damn. Oh well, that's okay. We'll just focus on the build, but sometimes I like to fill you in on some other things too, and things that Deli or myself have been up to. I think one of them was going to make a comment on our previous video, the collab we did, and there was really great feedback, and it was so nice to read those comments, and there was some great feedback. And often I kind of feel like I'm a little bit in Deli's shadow and my sister's shadow, because she's obviously the big YouTuber and I'm a lot smaller, and yeah, sometimes I feel like I'm in like Deli's shadow or in her shoes, like a kid wearing big shoes, and it kind of sucks sometimes because it's like I really do want to be my own person. Do you know what I mean? And I am my own person, but I have this sister who's already taken The Sims limelight a little bit, which is fine, which is cool. But I guess at the end of the day, like, I have my own style and I love the game as well, just as much as she does. And as we grew up, we basically played the same games, like most siblings do, I suppose. When we had the Nintendo 64 back in the day, we played the same games. We played Mario Kart. Oh my gosh, we played so much Mario Kart. It was crazy. We played Legend of Zelda. We played both Zelda games. They were so much fun. Banjo-Kazooie, lots of Nintendo 64. Snowboard Kids, we were obsessed with that. And then on our PC, we were playing a lot of Sims, of course. We were playing SimCity. I got really into that. And yeah, we both just kind of love the same games. And we always have. Now we're playing Fortnite together. That's just what happens. But we have our own kind of style with the game, you know? Like when we did Mario 64, she was always... Who was she? She was always Bowser. And I think I was Peach, or maybe I was Toad. Or maybe I just got left with Luigi. No, I was never Luigi. Never liked him. I think I was Wario sometimes. But, yeah, so I'm kind of going off topic here. But my point is, we both like The Sims, okay? Is that okay? Yeah. And, I'm struggling with that cheat. They're trying to get the light to sit. Yes, I made it work. Thank goodness I made it work. There we go. The bed cover has changed. It's a lighter color that looks way nicer. I am happy with that. That looks really good. And what am I doing here? I think I couldn't find the exact item that I was looking for. I was really scrolling through so many items, like wading through them, because fortunately I have a lot of packs, which is really, really awesome. But at the same time, it can make it a lengthy process to play this game because there's just so many things. Couldn't find something, so I was deliberately looking for through a certain pack, turning that on. Yeah, that's what I was doing. And I think I found the Laundry Day stuff was particularly good for this house. And it's almost harder doing a house that isn't contemporary, right? Because you have to find more old school stuff to go. Yeah, that's what I find anyway. Anyway, here we go. In real time walkthrough. Yay, we're here at the final product. How cool is that house? It just looks like it was always there when you first got The Sims from Maxis. So I reckon that looks good. I put the pink flowers out the front. They look kind of nice. I put a swing, veggie patches, pick trees that go with the surroundings. I've done that crisscross veranda thing that Deli and I do a lot. And I have fixed that side of the house. That's symmetrical now and it's square. So I've done that. The terrain's looking sweet. I'm happy with that. I've kept those little like three, I don't know what you call those, 3 chimney like things, but they're not. But I thought they were kitsch and I like them, so that's cool. And look at the house. Ta-da! There we go. And look at the colors. How cool, the purples, and then we have that sort of reddish, burnt orange, I don't know what color you want to call that. There, and everything marries together, all the colors, like what I learned in my course. I reckon that looks really cool. So let me know what you like. Please leave a comment. I read every single one, even if I don't comment back. And a lot of us like to read the comments as the video is playing as well. That's always kind of nice to do. Yeah, and I fixed that little pot plant in the dining room. Thank goodness. And yeah, it's kind of like less is more in this house, I think. I could have put stuff up in the room, in that lounge room, but then it just would have looked way too cluttered, already having 3 mats or rugs. So I think that looks good. That's just simple. And obviously, I can add to the house, or if you download it, you can add to the house. It's never like fully finished. Do you know what I mean? You can always do more to it. I find myself doing that a lot in gameplay. I'll just pause and be like, oh no, I need another item, and I just pop it in. So that's good. And the bathrooms are pretty simple. They're all tiles, but I think that works pretty well. The kitchen is simple. but sometimes keeping it simple is good. And yeah, using quite a lot of the purples there. They're just more like rustic cabin, cottagey kind of vibes. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Although that's a piece of furniture from Get Famous that is kind of more contemporary, but it works. It actually still worked there. And we had the yellow chairs. They looked good. I kept those. They were originally there. I try to keep as much as I can from the original stuff that was chosen. And yeah, just add extra things in. So there we go. I hope you liked the video, guys. And thanks for hanging out. Love you so much. And I will see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao. I'm still here. Ciao, ciao. See you in the next vid, guys.